Welcome to PringleTheOne's world.
Yo, what's up, YouTube fam? PringleTheOne in the building. Hope we're doing good. And I literally went through like 3 recordings of doing this, and I didn't even know I didn't hit the record button. So I feel kind of stupid. It's definitely one of those moments. So, all right, guys, I want to talk about a couple of things that's recently happened in my fault. That's my phone. This is live, by the way. So I'm not like, I don't have this in like the real quietest corner right now. And there'll probably be a couple of planes that I cannot edit out for the life of me, because you guys already know how much I love planes. I just love living near the airport. So now that we got this new character, Bayonetta, and the recent patches and stuff like that, I want to discuss a couple of the patches and Bayonetta as well. I usually don't care about this stuff, or I don't even make videos about this stuff, but I do play the game a lot. Too much, in fact. Too fucking much. But, you know, I always try to find different things, or learn, or I don't know. I guess I always try to find or learn different characters to keep myself from being bored in this kind of game. That's why you'll see all these little random ass replays of me playing different characters every so often. So now, with recently this new character Bayonetta, and all right, I want to say this before I go. Actually, I want to say how it was funny how a lot of people said this character is really weird. And I'm gonna how a lot of characters said this character is weird, this character is janky, and I don't think this character is really that good. So obviously that has been dismissed, and now we realize that somehow she's the toxic she's the toxic of the game, right? The community, or whatever, the Smash 4 game, or whatever you want to call it, right? So one thing that is really good that no Bayonetta player can deny is the fact that she has the side B combo that can possibly connect into more ample damage. The fact that the fair can also connect into a side B if done in the air. The back air can kill, not a really late percent, but it can kill. The up smash that isn't bad, but it does have its end lag. So if she misses, you know, she's right for the taking. The bullet arts that can really, there's that right there. Oh, that makes me so sad right there. The bullet arts that can really, edge guard from far away. Depending on who it is, it can really like pretty much gimp them. Probably like Ness or something like that. If Ness doesn't go from below or above at the right time, and he can possibly get edge guard really well. There's also that too, which, oh my gosh, we'll get into that as well. So let's be real, man. The character is really good. No player can deny it, and people have been getting some amazing results with just this character alone because of the fact that the character has a lot of move sets that he can work around. Now it's kind of like what happened with Corrin's counter, where it got nerfed, and now Corrin really can't. I mean, she can kill, but they're not really. People are not all gonna optimally look for that nerf or that counter every so often. Now that it's been nerfed a bit, and Bayonetta, I believe her witch time got nerfed as well. So one thing that's really trippy is that the character, if you look at the moveset of the character has very few matchups. And what I just showed you guys right there of what she did to DK is real sad, because she can kind of get away with doing DK like that, in the sense where, and I'm gonna show you another thing with Shulk as well. Any person, so this is the thing, any character that has any kind of recovery that can be like that goes with some sort of hitbox, probably like a Marth. Actually, like if you think about it, you can probably get real with this. Or you can a Martha, Lucina, a Shulk in this case, a Donkey Kong, any character that can have like some sort of recovery that it kind of puts them out of the edge, and it comes out as an attack, can actually get destroyed by just one witch time in a sense. And so here's the thing, right? The character, it's not that hard, man. Like it's not that hard, and even with being able to read DI, and knowing where your opponent is going once you use the side B combo, I don't really believe it's that hard. Maybe I played too much. I don't really think reading DI is that hard either. Especially if you give it just a couple of seconds, enough to notice what's gonna happen, and you could kind of go from there where they're going and stuff like that. So I don't really think reading DI is a hard thing, personally, to me. And any player that plays for a good amount of time, or prediction for to say the least, because there's only so much you could see at this point. It's not like dude's gonna do an air dodge and it lasts like a good 20 frames because he holds it, and that's not possible in this game. So this character, right? I want to say that this character is arguably probably one of the best characters in the game, right? Because she has, even though she has difficulty, this is the thing too, look, even though she will have difficulty fighting specific characters, like possibly like characters that use projectiles and stuff, the characters that generally do use that would only win a specific certain way, where they have to play extremely safe, and they have to pretty much alter their whole fighting style. Like, you would understand when you would alter your fighting style depending on the opponent you play. Like, if you're generally playing a better opponent and he's overwhelming you, it's cool to slow it down, and that's just because of the player. But never will it usually be, unless it was Sheik at the time too, never will it usually be that character that is just so good that you just have to play it, where you cannot go in and lodge. Like, you can't just be going in throwing hitboxes, especially if you're a character that does an insane amount of damage, like for instance Bowser, Donkey Kong, any of the heavies. So going for those moves that will potentially just kill you because you went for it is one thing that's kind of jank as fuck. And no matter what we do or say, we have to agree that being really jank. Like, there are characters that can kill from the top. You have your Zero Suit Samus, you have your Rosalina, but never was it to the point where it was like you throw a hitbox, and because you messed up the hitbox, you're going to get witch time, and with that witch time, you're going to get potentially like just fucking skewered all over, and all your stocks are gone. And this character, like, is it so bad? It's like this character, like, here it goes. Is this character so bad? I mean, good in a badness sense, but bad because there's very few bad matchups with this character. Is this character so good to the point where you have to play like that? Yeah and no. And here's the thing, man. Here's another thing that I've noticed with this character. This character's moves, like, I want to say that since the character can get out of a lot of moves, it's really not that difficult for the character to be overwhelmed, but then kind of play a defensive approach, because the defense approach will actually work into this character's favor because of the fact that it could do just so much things, and it can get away with a lot of things. But I want to say that this character I don't think it's as bad as pre-patch Diddy. And is this character necessarily broken? No, but I do believe that some things this character has and possess should possibly be changed. Like, for instance, maybe if it was that this character could only do like one combo off the air or something like that, one side B off the air, or one up B off the air, even after the jump. Oh, and if it hits her, or some sort of like, I want to say some sort of like ramification or a rule that sets that this character cannot do a specific thing. Like, if you guys are reading me, like, I'm just going live with this, so if you guys are reading what I'm saying, just let me know throughout this video. Just start typing up those comments and tell me what do you think is with the qualms and, you know, a bit of the issues of this character, because like, you have to play a little bit more passive. You have to play a little bit more passive aggressive, and you have to play a bit more defensive, because this character can gimp you, witch time your recovery, do all kinds of tricks like that and get away with it safely, while you have to literally plan and possibly shield a lot more than you would usually do in any kind of matchup. And it's not because of just the player, because if you've seen that matchup with Nairo versus Salem, which is kind of sad, you see that Nairo gets overwhelmed using Zero Suit, and I was like, man, that's Zero Suit too, because Zero Suit can like literally go and move around everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's Zero Suit. She has really good mobility. But you have a character like Bayonetta that has a bad roll, but because of the dive kicks, you don't really even have to roll with that character. If you know how to get around, rolling is like not even needed. It's the same thing with like kind of like Game & Watch, where he could just jump around and stuff like that and not worry about having to roll. So, like I said, I want you guys to start typing. This might be a little bit longer than expected, because I'm also going to go with patches and how I feel about these characters. So, with Bayonetta here, I don't really think, this is one thing I want to say, I don't think that this character may end up, because this is one thing I also noticed, like, if people complain, like, if the people keep complaining about the character, I feel like this is going to happen. If people keep complaining about the character is going to end up changing. And I'm going to say, yes, learn your matchups. Yes, learn your knowledge about the character and all that kind of stuff. That's important as hell, you know. But the character, don't, like, I always hear that, and I want to say just this one thing as well. The enemy, or the Bayonetta in this case, can also learn the matchup. So just because you learn the matchup don't mean the other character can't, you know. That makes sense. And that's something that, like, it baffles me to always people say, learn the matchup. Yeah, but the other opponent can learn the matchup as well. So don't think that it's impossible for both parties to learn and figure out methods of, you know, winning. So with this character, I want y'all to think, like, I want y'all to tell me what do you think is what's with this character, and like how it's just ultimately kind of better than yours. Because so here it goes to from here I want to go from what I wanted to say and how I believe this character is just ultimately better than a lot of other characters, and how I feel like with the low tier, how people say, you know, I'm tired of them nerfing the high tiers, you know. I'm tired of them nerfing the high tiers if they want to balance it. I'll say this, man. There's no such thing as balance in a fighting game. I think the closest balance I ever seen in a fighting game is Skullgirls. And that's because I really like the game, and it has its balance to the point where any character can literally win, you know, a big-ass tournament. Straight up. Like, any character can win Evo or something like that. It is all possible, you know. You won't always see... You'll see a big band place high, but you won't see, like that dude win Evo or, you know, something like that. It's possible. So balancing is hard in any fighting game, even if we want to consider Smash 4 as that fighting game. So like I said, it's gonna be real long with it, and I'm real sorry, but so like I was saying, we want to think about the characters that can't really deal upon these, like can't really deal with Bayonetta, like the characters that do kind of need buffs if you think about it. Like after this match sets in, I'm gonna pull up the roster in the game, and I want to really delve into the fact of, like, what are the characters that have that need that buff, you know what I'm saying, that can actually go toe to toe with some of these really amazing characters. Because like I firmly kind of believe that anybody that can kill off the top at like 50% plus is kind of jank as fuck, man. And because not every character can do that, and you know, at the same time, then you're able to spike characters as well. So that's like damn. I think even Mario has one, but like, I mean, that's like so situational, and that's a fixed. That's very fixed. So we go here to options, right? We go to options, and I'm gonna go to training room, right? Training room. I always forget what that shit's at, man. Convult. Damn. Solo. Oh yeah, solo. So I'm not gonna click the characters, but I'm just gonna go with what I think. Because I just play them all, so I kind of have an idea. So you have this whole roster, right? God damn, that's a lot of characters. If you look at it in a fighting game, I think the only fighting game that I know that's pretty kind of close on the balance scale, or balance as close as we can get, is Ultra Street Fighter, and it has just as enough characters as Smash 4. Like, there's like a shit ton of fucking characters. But Smash 4 has that thing where it has like this really hard like balance effect. So let's go with the characters we see now. You got your Marios. Mario has his combos. Luigi's has his combos. Peach has her combos. Bowser even have her combos. Yoshi is Yoshi, you know what I'm saying? Rosalina is one of the best characters in the game. Bowser Jr. is actually a character that I've been playing a little bit, and I noticed that he has no kill throws, and he has no confirmed kill throw combos. I think you can kind of make something up with his up throw, but you kind of have to read the DI. Like, well, not even read the DI. You have to like jump over to the enemy and then hope that they don't get it. You know what I'm saying? But his F smash is really good, and that's like, I think, like the most commendable thing I can say about him. And he's kind of weird to play against. You have Wario, which I believe Wario only has like at early percents. You have the Kong, you know, the Dong, you know what I'm saying? So he has his things. You have Diddy Kong Young. I can't go over all this roster, but what I want to say is that the characters that I believe need to be a bit stronger are definitely there. And as you can see, the strong characters like Bayonetta, or, you know, Zero Suit, or Rosalina, or even Sheik, which, where the hell is she? Sheik, she's still kind of good no matter what. Even with the nerf, I still believe Sheik is pretty good. You have this guy, which, you know, your boy already hates this guy. Like, I do not like this guy, man. There's this guy, right? these characters are really good. And so then there's the characters that you know for a fact I would wish that they would buff them up and put them up to the tier, or at least be able to make these characters, allow these characters to come into the match to the point where at least we can say that the player is good, but the character has, it's like an equal setting. It's a balanced thing. But no, man, some of these characters, man, they are so carried by their player, like super hard. Like any Palutena main that gets far, carried by the player. Puff mains, same thing. Lucarios, Lucinas, if there's any. Marth players, Wii Fit trainers. I want to say a little bit of Olimar. Olimars, we got your villagers. Yes, I'm going to say villager. Like, cause come on, man. Villager is like that character that you thought he was fucking made casually, and then you realize you can actually kind of go ham with the dude. You know what I'm saying? You got characters like that they don't have these strongs. Even Zelda, and Zelda's been buffed, which is a good thing. Possibly Rob, or possibly Rob. Or here's another character, Mega Man, and Pac-Man, definitely. Good lord, Pac-Man, he make me so sad when I see Pac-Man, where I see the Pac-Man player has to put such an ample amount of time that nobody in their right mind can say, oh man, Pac-Man, Pac-Man carries the player. Nobody, I know if anybody ever tells you that, you stop their whole sentence, and you slap the fuck out of that dude's mouth. You slap that shit so out of this dude's face that shit flew off, man. Nobody can say Pac-Man mains don't work hard. I think if not, they possibly work the hardest when it comes to being able to take that character far. Like, goddamn, man, if everybody that used Pac-Man, like, if you see the shoulders on every Pac-Man player, they have to be hurting and sore as fuck, because dude, Pac-Man is that character that it's like, dude, his bear almost doesn't kill at almost any percent. You gotta be at like kill percent like 120, man. His fruits have to be used in a way where he has to master Zare dropping fruits. He has to learn how to use his hydrant, and then even then his hydrant can hit his ass in the back and shit. His throws, like, his throws don't even kill, and his throw game is obsolete like his game, son. His throw game is like 1990s throw game. like that shit is so bad, man. So seeing players like that, I believe they really do need buffs and stuff like that. Like, I think what they're going to do is that they're going to settle buffs in little by little, but I want to see these characters get buffed up to the point where they can't destroy characters like Bayonetta or characters like Zero Suit without struggling super hard. Like, damn, son, I see, like, you got players like Zage that he plays Pac-Man, dog. Like, I be seeing Zage and I'm like, man, dog. Like, I swear to you, sometimes I really feel like it's like, you know what? It's the player he goes up. It's the character he goes up against. And I understand there's always bad matchups. There will always be bad matchups in any fighting game. But to make it so that the bad matchup isn't so bad to the point where, damn, like, this dude can't do fucking anything, man. Like, it's like, yo, Pac-Man against Mario, man, prepare to get your ass. Like, Pac-Man can work against a Mario, but damn, he gotta work extra hard. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that makes me wish that with these new updates, and I want to make a small little note as well, that I don't believe Sakurai is making these patch notes. I believe it's actually the guys that set the notes in hand. Who was it? Namco or some shit. So don't believe that it's just Sakurai that's doing all of these notes and patches and buffs. There's a whole team of people doing it. So, oh, and Wii Fit, goddamn, Wii Fit needs it. That's another character. These characters in this game, I sometimes feel like, why do these characters exist if barely anybody plays them? And then at the same time, if you're so good at the character but you cannot reach the results, what happens is that the player opts to play another character, a better character sometimes, more than oftentimes, or a character that just like is completely different, just to throw off his opponent. I don't get it. So, like, this is what I don't get. Like, these characters are arguably characters that potentially need buffs, but then everybody is too busy complaining about, like, characters that are just generally already good. What if, like, this is one of the things, like, what if we had it so that the character Like, we have Pac-Man, that he is so fucking good. Pac-Man is almost S tier, goddammit. He fucking sheiks up. So what would happen if that was the case, if Pac-Man was the S tier character? But no matter what you can say, he is not that easy to use. He's really not. Like, okay, wait. Correction. You can use Pac-Man, right? You can use Pac-Man at any level. You can use Pac-Man. But to go out and win with this character, to go out and win with Pac-Man, where he has to use moves like that and potentially trap his opponent with weird movesets that sometimes I think the Pac-Man main don't even know what the fuck gonna happen. Like, I really don't think he don't know what's gonna happen, but he's just gonna land it and hope it works, you know, out of these predictions and just weird play style. Like, why is it that, like, you know, why is it that characters like that don't get that far? And even if he was that S tier character, I would have no issue if Pac-Man was the best character in the game, dog. Like yo, I was like, yo, man, Pac-Mans, I can see why. You know, they gotta do the weirdest shit to win, dog. Like yo, they gotta do the weirdest shit to fucking win, man. Like, dog. So with all this said and done, I want to say that even with, I believe that potentially Bayonetta may go through some changes, honestly. And I believe that even more so, all the other characters in this game will go through a lot more buffs. Will Bayonetta get nerfed? I don't know, man. I think, this is what I think, man. I think that what the player should do is be prepared for any nerf to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's something that the player should definitely be ready for. Because if you're not prepared for the nerfs and you work too much on just one skill, and you know that you think that confirm is always going to happen, then that's when you should stop. When you should think and take a step back and be like, well, if she got nerfed at this point, anything is possible. So I want you guys, like, what do you guys think, man? Like, you know, I always love to ask these questions at the end of any of my videos, because it really comes down to, like, what's the community think about a specific character? Because, man, one character can be really good, but if nobody plays the character, it's not that bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Rosalina's really good, but who really plays the character besides the Buzz and I believe Zaltis? Like, not many people play the character, so I mean, you know, it can't be that bad and that annoying. So you could learn that matchup, and you know, since nobody uses the character, but now that everybody gets really good results with Bayonetta, and like I said, you may think she's extremely hard, but I don't at this point, I don't think any character is hard. If the skill cap isn't as high as fucking Pac-Man, where you have to do all these weird janky shit just to get somewhere and knock the opponent out with moves that, like, where a fair cannot kill, where a bear almost cannot kill, where a dare does not spike and it just seems stupid, where up air almost can't kill, where up tilt can't kill, where goddamn his whole moveset almost cannot kill. Any A move this dude has, whereas down smash is the laggiest shit ever. Up smash has like this disjointed ass hitbox. The F smash is like, oh my god, the F smash is buns, man. Like, you know, that's one thing where you gotta think about as characters. Like, look at that up air, didn't even kill, still 130, even though there's no rage. It's just like, damn, son. Stuff like that makes me really wonder about, like, the future of the game, because if they're going around patching so many characters, you really gotta pay attention and be prepared for any kind of patch that will happen to any character. But that's all, man. This is something that I've been really jetting my mind, because I've been trying to understand, because I will be like the player that they should, and I will understand the matchup. You know what I'm saying? Like, just understand the matchup. Just know that when you go up against a Bayonetta player, you have to shield a lot. You have to play a little bit more defensive, and you can't be out there taking risks that you really hope will work in the long run, because it may not, you know, it may just not help out to your favorite. Look how bad this bear is, dog. Look at that shit. God damn, 120. I got a kill off there. I bet it wouldn't have killed him in like right around where Pac-Man is standing, like right here. Like, it wouldn't have killed at that percent. So be mindful, y'all. Be mindful for the ones that do play this game. Be mindful. I went into a very long video But I just want to say this, I don't believe Bayonetta is cancerous. But damn, in some matchups, it feels kind of lame when you see that she wins off like a witch time and at an early percent. You know what I'm saying? Because this is considered what we would consider that a combo. I mean, a counter. So it's kind of disgusting when you do see that happen at such an early percent to the player that's playing against Bayonetta. So yeah, I can see that. But is she that cancerous? I'm not gonna go off and say just that. But she does have a lot of jankiness for the character's moveset. Which one thing that could possibly change, which here I'm going again, is maybe make it so that a couple of her moves have less hit stun, or maybe make it so that you can actually out of her side B after a strand or something like that. So who knows what they'll do with the changes of this of that character, but I don't think the character is toxic. But in certain matchups, goddamn, it does look as if it is almost toxic. And you know, this is what I tell people, man. I'm gonna end it with this, yo. If you want to beat Bayonetta, I'm gonna tell you the dopest way to beat Bayonetta, right? Pac-Man knows. Pac-Man knows. I'm gonna tell you the best way to beat Bayonetta. Pay attention, y'all. If y'all roll with me throughout this whole long ass video, turn off your Wii U. Just turn that motherfucker off. Just quit the game. Turn the Wii U off, and just don't SD out the stage. Say fuck it. But all right, y'all. Much love and appreciation. Take care, everybody. We out ya. Peace.